We're really just wanting to paint a picture of how massive this house is. 20,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, has an elevator shaft. You saw the bridge.
The master suite is like all its own wing of the house. There's a lower level spa and a gym. A man cave with F1 simulator and a golf simulator.
A 2-story garage.
Yeah, 2-story garage. I could fit my whole house inside of this garage. And it's on a ton of acreage on the top of this mountain. So when you're outside, you almost have like a 360 view. Welcome back. Today we are talking about the Bridge House project, and we're just excited to show you some of the fabrics, the finishes, and just share this with you. It's definitely modern. It's very luxe, and it has a softness to it, though. Can you say? Yeah. Soft luxe modern? That's not a good name. I don't know what you call it.
If James Bond had a countryside manor.
A mountain estate.
A mountain estate.
I have been working with these clients for several years. So it's been a really long process, but the cool thing about that is when we get to be involved from the very beginning, we get to help with things that maybe nobody's thought of before. So it comes together really great. So it's been a long process. The clients have been extremely patient, and we're so excited to be getting close to the end, have their dream come true. We've been working with Upwell Architects on this for a few years. Michael is just absolutely an artistic genius. When you walk up to the front of this home, it's a really, really unique experience as you're gonna walk up. There's actually an exterior like fireplace, tons of stone. We ended up going with a really large pivot door. One of my personal pet peeves is when the front doors are too small for the house. You want a grand entrance. You want people to feel welcome. I think small doors almost feel like closed off, like don't come in, like we don't want you. A big door is like everybody come in, like you're welcome in this house, and I think it just sets the mood right off the bat.
Well, it's the first thing you see when you come up to a house, so you kind of want to make the impression that this is what the house is going to be, set the tone.
Yes, you want to set the tone. We have a lot of glass on the sides of the door. So again, you have this indoor-outdoor connection, and then you come in and you're just going to be wowed because you're going to look straight through the glass out to the back view. So it's a really neat moment.
When working with a modern home, I think it's a really fun opportunity to kind of add your style in with the placement and configuration of the furniture. You don't have to have a traditional layout where you have the sofa, coffee table, fireplace, 2 chairs.
We were super excited when we saw how big the space was because we knew we could do something really different. So we actually have 2 different sectionals. One of them actually has a double-sided sofa situation going on. So we'll have seating that will face into the dining room and the kitchen, which is just great because I love conversation area or like seating that can be like face the kitchen because I think we spend so much time in the kitchen. The kitchen design was inspired by another home that I worked on with the same architect, with Michael Upwell. They really loved how he had designed this kitchen with kind of a casual dining at a bar height. So we knew we wanted that right from the very beginning. The other thing that we really tried to do with this kitchen design is not make it so kitcheny. So it's a kitchen that's not so kitcheny. That sounds weird, but that's what we wanted. We wanted it to be really clean and hidden. And then behind the kitchen, there's a full butler's pantry with ceiling to floor cabinetry. We even have a little special spot for the dog's food. It's really well thought out. When you look at it, you're not gonna know how functional it is.
The Hearth Room is another really cool area in the main space. It's actually sunken in. There's a couple steps down to get to the Hearth Room, and it's perimetered by a bookshelf and a sectional backing it.
We had to have this perfect so that it would work with the bookcase that's going behind. We were within an inch, like it has to be perfect to fit in here. All right, we want to show you some of the fabrics that we're using in the great room space. And because the great room, the dining, the kitchen, and the hearth room, they're all kind of open to each other. We're using the same palette throughout. Okay, we have to show you this first because we're obsessed. This is the hearth room sectional, the one that has to be perfect. We love this. This is going to be so beautiful. The other thing that we're really obsessed about is this. This is the dining room rug. This is so So yummy. It has these like little metal plates that are woven in to this wool rug. It is so beautiful. This rug is from Erden. When they visited our studio, we were obsessed. We have some cut velvets from Casamance just for some pillows, but just a sophisticated palette. Again, just a lot of textures.
Now heading into the master wing of the house, you're gonna leave the great room and the Zergit across the bridge. It leads over into the primary sitting room, an office, primary bedroom, primary bathroom, and
the lower level
the
spa.
lower level spa, yeah.
This palette we wanted to be very serene and restful. I love doing master retreats that are just so soothing. We have some beautiful slab stone pick that's like a quartzite that will be on the double-sided fireplace. There's a double-sided fireplace, you guys. It's between the sitting room and the bedroom. The quartzite that we used for the double-sided fireplace is called iceberg quartzite, and it came from one of our favorite slab yards, Italia. And I think that slab dictated a little bit of this palette.
In the bedroom, the ceilings were so incredibly tall. So we are custom making a 8-foot tall headboard with a fun design. This fabric is kind of like a sateen.
Yeah, the scale of it is really massive. And we have like some gorgeous fabrics going in there, like look at this Dongia ombre. We did a lot of Dongia. We also used a lot of Rosemary Hallgarten. She has just such beautiful textures in her fabrics. We don't even know where to start to tell you about the closets in this bedroom. They're going to be the most beautiful, the coolest closets we have ever designed. We're gonna have these gorgeous chandeliers in there. But I think the coolest part is like the finishes we picked for the custom built-ins because they're two-tones. And one of the two tones is a high gloss paint, which we love. We love a high gloss moment. And then to top it off, we have backlit like lucite panels. It's almost going to look like a high-end department store.
In this house, we have a his and her office situation.
The first office is actually in the primary suite, so we kept with that same color scheme. It's her office. We wanted it to feel feminine. We really did. And we wanted it to feel glam. Like she deserves a little bit of glam. This client, she is like a force to be reckoned with. She is a really cool person. And so she deserves like a really beautiful, that's weird, I know, but she is. She's like a baller. Like she's
She's incredible.
This is our inspiration. This is a gorgeous ombre wall covering from Philip Jeffries. It has like a little bit of a glitter at the top.
Kind of like a misty.
Yeah, that was like one thing that was important, was just to make sure that we had all the walls covered. The cabinetry in there, really unique. We have kind of like a hexagonal shape in the middle. It's also two-tone. We use some high gloss in there. We have this beautiful rug, kind of like a lavender mist, I would say. We're also doing, which I'm really excited about, are these shears.
Oh, they're gonna be beautiful.
Which will be so pretty along all the floor to ceiling windows. So instead of having like a solar shade or something that's not as attractive, I'm sorry, solar shade people, this is gonna be so much softer. This is just something I think is gonna be really lovely in that space and feel kind of ethereal.
Did you mean to? I was gonna say urethra.
Oh no! It's gonna feel like a urethra. So like if you need to pee. I'm so sorry. Ethereal. Why did I say that? As soon as it came out, I was like, that's not right. But I
Hold up. Something like that.
Everyone paused and was like,
it's going to look really ethereal.
great.
Fix that for me.
In contrast, his office is going to be a little bit more of a moody man cave vibe. We're going to do a patterned dark black wallpaper, accenting it with some fun fabrics, some beautiful Barcelona chairs that we're going to recover in this camel mohair.
In a mohair, which is a little different.
Haven't seen it before. We're going to do it. And the cabinetry in here is also kind of a statement in and of itself.
It's really
once
unique.
again.
A two-tone again, but with two different wood stains.
Going down the main staircase, we get into the lower level rec room area. We kind of went with more of a moody hangout vibe down here Once again, we went towards more of a modern, unique furniture setup with a couple of round sofas in front of the fireplace.
We even did like the cocktail tables are unique shapes that kind of bunch together. So we have a gorgeous bar with a beautiful wine display. We have a custom pool table. We have a theater. We have what we call the man cave or the James Bond room. It is the ultimate entertaining spot, the ultimate hangout spot. We did another beautiful rug from Erden with the metal inlay, which I think is kind of fun to keep a little bit of a theme here and there, like throughout the house.
Connects all the spaces without making them look the same.
We also brought in a little bit more of kind of this bronzy tone, which I think is going to play beautifully off of our graphite marble slab in the bar. And then when we go into the theater, we have a gorgeous lit up onyx.
Moving into the theater, we did a really cool wallpaper. This is actually 3-dimensional. It's kind of velvety, 3-dimensional. Not only does it serve the purpose of being super cool, looking incredible, but it also kind of acts as a sound barrier for the theater, so you're not hearing the subwoofers and the incredible sound system everywhere.
It's great for acoustics.
Incredible.
We didn't want the ceiling to feel forgotten, but we also didn't want to do the same thing on the ceiling. So we just have like a coordinating texture. Because we wanted it to still feel sophisticated, we did not opt for the recliner cup holder theater seating chairs.
I know, come at us.
I mean, they're just not really attractive. Let's just be honest. We have like some chaises on the ends with a sectional and some ottomans in between. It's still very, very loungy and really comfy, but it doesn't feel...
It's not slouchy.
Well, it doesn't feel like you're trying to be in a movie theater. I think it feels a little more homey, and it's far better looking. When not everyone has to have their own seat, I think it's like you get to kind of cozy up to people. You can cuddle with your significant other instead of like you stay in your spot. Maybe we want that. Maybe people want to stay in their spot, but
Not here.
yeah, not here. Not here. This is being like uniting.
We're a family.
We're uniting the family. That's making the cut.
Okay.
I really do love designing masculine spaces. And in this house, we're really lucky because we get to do the ultimate man cave / club room. We wanted it to feel dark. We did. And I think sometimes people are afraid to go dark in a space because they feel like, oh, it's going to make it small. It doesn't make it small. It just makes it cool, you guys. It just makes it cool. This space has a golf simulator. It also is going to have an F1 simulator, like a state-of-the-art F1 simulator. We did like a seating area with some swivel chairs, dry bar in there.
Cigar lounge. If you
Yeah, it's a club feel. And so we actually did another 3-dimensional wallpaper all over the walls in here because this is a space where it could get a little bit noisy. So this will help with acoustics. It also helps camouflage, should I say, like the golf simulator. Golf simulators are not the most attractive, but this will help so it doesn't look out of place because the golf simulator has a lot of black in it as well.
Thanks for hanging out with us today and taking a deeper dive into the finishes and all the fun things that we did in this house. We're gonna install soon before the year is over, so stick around. Comment below and let us know what you're excited to see finished and installed.